everyone, and welcome to Faith Blossoms YouTube channel. If you are joining me here today or anytime you're tuning in, I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm excited to go on this journey with you if you'd like to follow me along this journey. So just a little bit of background. I am doing this because although I was raised in a Christian-based household, it was never something that was taught to me specifically, and I never had any kind of knowledge or introduction of the Bible. I can count on one hand how many times, that's a bit dramatic, but we definitely didn't go to church often by the time I was born because I had very busy parents and just all these other reasons. But essentially, out of my 3 siblings, I'm the one who kind of just has no knowledge of the Bible or anything like that, or never really learned about church, never really went to church. So that is why I am choosing to pick up the Bible today and learn about it. This will be the very first time I've ever read the Bible. I don't know much about any of the stories of any of the books in the Bible, so it'll be like literally the very first time I'm learning any of this stuff. And I had something else I was gonna say and I forgot. What else? Well, moving on. So I am starting this YouTube channel to essentially build a community of other people like me who may not have had any introduction to the Bible at all, whether you're a Christian or not. That brings me to my next point. Because I never really had any introduction to the Bible, I grew up spiritual, but not like, I didn't have any set religion. I just more so, I believed in God and I have a relationship with God. So that's where I am right now. You can join me on this journey regardless of where you are in life, regardless of whether you are a this or you're a that, or if you don't know God or you do know God and you want to further your understanding. Wherever you are in life, you are welcome to join, because I'm just starting with where I am and there's absolutely no judgment here in this space. So that is the why I'm doing this, and I hope you will join me if you feel inclined to do so. And basically the layout of this channel will be, I'll be reading the Bible. I'm kind of just figuring it out as I go, so anything I say in this video, if I do make any changes, I will update you guys as I make them. But I am gonna be reading the Bible in chronological order, as in like from book 1 to book 66, so from Genesis to Revelation. But that's not exactly how I'll be studying the Bible per se. I will be studying it like however I'm led to do so, because it's not like a regular book that you can pick up off a bookshelf where you can read it front to back. It's like wherever God calls you to read it, or maybe some people say you should read these books first, like the Gospels, before you read about Genesis, etc. Like however you want to read it is fine. I'm just basically saying how I'm going to post the videos, but how I'm going to Bible study will be different. And like I said, you guys will follow me along with that, so we'll kind of see what happens. We're figuring it out as we go. And that is essentially what we're going to be doing on this channel. So I will be posting videos of the Bible and the Word, just reading it, and that'll just be that video. And then I'll have other videos separate from it that include the Bible study and learning and all these other things, and like all the tools I'll be using as well, because I won't just be reading the Bible. I'll be Googling this and using Enduring Word and other resources that will help me understand what is being said. So the Bibles that we'll be using in this channel, in this, I'm going to say series. I'm not sure what everything is going to look like in the end when it's all said and done, but we'll see. So the first Bible is a Hosanna Revivals ESV. So that's the English Standard Version. And I already have my Bible tabs and everything. The main Bible we'll be using, which will be the Bible I'll be reading from in my videos, will be the She Reads Truth Christian Standard Bible. And the Bible that I'm working my way up to, that's a bit difficult for me to read right now because of the Old English, is the Hosanna Revivals King James Version. So this will be another referencing point, because each Bible has different ways they word things, obviously, hence why we're using the Christian Standard Bible. It does have less Old English and more modern English, but this one does have different ways in which the scripture is formed and like just presented to you, and I really like want to use that it's not contrast, but I do want to use like the way certain verses are in here and compare them to the way they are in here to get a deeper understanding of the verse. So yes, we'll be using the She Reads Truth Bible mainly because of the setup and the layout. I really like the resources they provide you in this specific Bible. I'm just gonna give you an example. We're just gonna pick a random book here, Esther. So this is what it looks like. If you don't have this Bible, that is okay. You can use any Bible. Like I said, I'll be going through it with you guys, or you'll be going through it with me, I guess. And one of the features they have in this one's particular is not just like the maps and all the extra information, but also, yes, here we are. Read and understand. So they have this for every single book, and then they have like where you can understand each chapter and verse and stuff like that deeper. It says week 1, going deeper. So after reading Esther chapter 1, I guess you can read these as a way to understand it better. And I really, really like that as somebody who's never read the Bible before. I hear it can get very confusing or overwhelming. So like giving more context and things like that right in the book is just one of the main reasons why I really want to read this one as my main one, just to help me understand it a bit better. And each and every single Bible I have, and most Bibles now, like most modern Bibles now, do contain a read it in a year. That's not the goal, to read it in a year. It's more so to just to read it and understand it however long or short that may take. But this one does have a read it in a year in the back, as well as other resources. Like most Bibles in the back have a lot of resources. So this has like key verses. So I'll have where you'll find the verses right here. Love that. I've not read any of this yet. This is the first time I'm really like going through the Bible looking at it. And then this is the genre guide. So each color has like what it's about and why it's labeled that color. So let's take a random book. Amos or Amos, whatever, however you pronounce that. I will work on my pronunciation as I go through the series. So this is this color, and over here it says that that color is, I think, Minor Prophets. It looks similar to this one. It could be major, but I think it's minor. Pretty sure. Let me see if they have a lighter color. I think it's minor. So yeah, they have that in this book as well. And they have the Bible in a year, so just what to read every day. So you can also use that as a guideline. Like I said, like I'm just kind of gonna be putting the information out there, but that might not necessarily be what I'm Bible studying in the moment, which is fine. We can all Bible study wherever we are, and some people have already read the Bible, some people are halfway through. Regardless, I kind of want this to be more about community and discussion and stuff like that. So yeah, this is the Bible index area for She Reads Truth. And the pages are really thin, so they might get easily stuck together as just a little note for anyone who may or may not get this Bible. So that is that one. As for the Hosanna revivals, I do have this is the Marlowe or Shiloh, whichever one. They're both, one is Marlowe, one is Shiloh, and they have scripture on the back. This is Psalm 16 verse 11, and then this one is my favorite, Psalm 46 verse 10. So this one is a journaling Bible as well as this one over here, and it looks like this on the inside. And they have lines for annotations on this side. This one is kind of expensive. All Hosanna Revival Bibles are, but they do have journaling space, which I absolutely love. This Bible, it doesn't have any of the stuff that the She Reads Truth Bible does have, but in the back it does have maps and stuff, which I like. I like the visual. I'm a visual learner, so that's like great. And it also does have something similar to the She Reads Truth index, where you have all these different words. So this one is disciple and dog, and it'll show you where that word pops up in the Bible. And it also has a read it in a year that is different from the She Reads Truth read it in a year. So each Bible is like different in the way they tell you to read it in the order. So that's why I'm just kind of going in whatever order God calls me to go in and not trying to be specific to whatever other people think. So yeah, this is the maps in the back of this one. Just to give a little insight to the Bibles I'll be using as reference. And there we go. The pink one right here, it's smaller. It doesn't have that in it to my knowledge. I think it's just the journaling pages that it has. So, but it does have a read it in a year as well and an index portion. Let's see. Mine got a little bit crushed, but that's okay. It's still legible. So they have table weights and measurements. I'm not really sure what that refers to. I've seen it in this one as well, but I guess I'll find out. The read it in a year. And yeah. So those are the Bibles that we'll be using on this journey. But you can use whatever Bible you have. And if you don't have one, like I said, I'll be reading it with you. So if you don't have one, you can just watch the video. You can pause it if you'd like to read it on your own or just listen to it as well. Sorry, these are a little hard to slide because of the covers. So I will be journaling in this notebook here. It's just a random notebook that I have gotten from Ross. I got this one from Ross. I have a couple others that you can get at TJ Maxx, Ross, those places like that. Let me just move these out of the way a little bit. So it's a really, really big journal with a lot of lines, a lot of space, and I really love that. And of course it's pink and it says faith on the front, so that's like the biggest, yeah. And this is the company right here. I'll zoom in if you need, or I can just pick it up. If you'd like to go directly to them and buy one, because this is like not at every store, it's by store, and it was only $2.99 at Ross. So yeah. And the stationery stuff that I'll be using, I do have stuff specifically for the Bible journaling part. So I have these sticky notes and stuff like that. This one is from the dollar store. I just put it in here because it fit. Most of the stuff I have is relatively cheap and under $5. So these are tabs, sticky notes. These are all transparent and really cool. I didn't know transparent, what are these called? Sticky notes were a thing. And they all, like, for example, this one, the clearest one, obviously doesn't do any like kind of damage to the Bible, and you can clearly see the words underneath it very, very clearly. So if you don't want to highlight it or annotate it directly on those pages, you can just use a clear transparent sticky note. Let me put this somewhere. And the others are like that as well. Even though they do have a tint/hue to them, you can still see underneath the color. So yeah, this I got on Amazon. You can just Google like a sticky note kit like I did. I don't really know what exactly I put in, but I just did like a kit and it brought me this one. It comes with a pen that you can specifically use to write on this material. You can also use pencil and other pens, but the pen they give you works best on this. So, what else? This entire, what do you call this? Pencil case? This entire pencil case is also from the dollar store. So everything in it was either a pack or an individual, and all for $1.25. So I got highlighters. They have erasable features on them. This was a pack. These 4 highlighters were a pack. And then these came in like a pack of 2. And they're all pens and things you can use on either your Bible itself or your journal. I prefer to use these on my journal because I don't know, like these aren't specifically for a Bible like Bible highlighters are. which brings me to my Bible highlighters right here that I got on Amazon. I bought these a really long time ago, so I don't really know where, like, how to get you a link or anything like that. So you can just type in Bible highlighters. They have so many cute ones. Some of them even have like words on it, like be faithful or be hopeful, and I want to get them so bad, but I don't need it, so I don't buy it. This is like one of my Bibles. I'm just going to show you how the highlighter looks. A random color. It looks like it's supposed to be pink, but I think this is a deep, like a orange situation. And just highlight right here. And you can kind of see this one a little bit, but it's pretty, for how thin the pages are, it's pretty good to me. And they have lighter and darker colors. You don't have to use the darker colors if you're scared of it bleeding. So that's all the stationery stuff that I'll be using for the journaling aspect of this channel. I think that's everything. So yeah, I think that's mainly everything. I will be including in my videos like a prayer time and like a reflection, maybe even like after each chapter, because I don't want to overwhelm anybody, especially like the Bible is packed with so much information and all these other things that I do want to give people some time to digest what they're listening to, rather than just listen to it like it's a song or something and you just like move on to the next song and stuff like that. So I'll be providing just different things in my videos that will make hopefully learning about the Bible and just reading the Bible a more comfortable experience, as well as a Patreon community that has nothing in it yet, but that I'm hoping that like when we get more information as well as more community members, we can provide a safe space to talk about what you've learned or share this or share that, kind of just going with the flow as we see what this community develops into. So yeah, that is Faith Blossoms for right now. I'm hoping that I did this video somewhat coherent because I'm a little nervous and I've never done a YouTube video before. This is my very first one. So I'm hoping that whoever is watching, you will join me on my journey. And if not, that's okay. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, stick around if you want to see the growth of this channel. And that's it. I don't know how to close this out. Bye.